Recently, I put a poll out on Instagram and the site formerly known as Twitter, and I asked what y'all wanted to see. And a longtime viewer made a comment about how they wanted to see me talk about the nature of the Demiurge, because that was something that this individual was very passionate about, and they've been a longtime viewer. So, at this point, I have no excuse not to talk about the Demiurge, so we're talking about the nature of the Demiurge. I am Dave the Amateur Magus. On this channel, I talk all about the mechanics behind ceremonial magic, occultism, esotericism, and the mechanics behind everything you can find within a dusty old grimoire. If you enjoy what I do on the channel and you want to support me, link in the description to the Patreon where you can get exclusive access to content early, Patreon exclusive videos, and the Occultic Manual series, which I aim at being more advanced than what I have here on the channel, but less advanced than what you would find on a dusty old grimoire. So, if that interests you, subscribe down the link in the description, and you will find in the description as well all the places you can contact me if you're interested in an astrology reading from me. So, let's talk about the Demiurge. The Demiurge is an interesting figure. Greek, it translates to the architect, and the Demiurge has a lot of importance in Gnosticism. Now, I'm going to just tell you straight up that I am not a big fan of Gnosticism. However, it does have its place. I am also going to let everyone know that I don't necessarily think the Demiurge is bad. And for those of you who don't know what the hell the Demiurge is, you might be thinking, Dave, what do you mean the Demiurge is bad? There are two primary ways of looking at the Demiurge. These are Demiurge is evil and the Demiurge is good, actually. And these both have names that I don't remember at the moment. I believe that the good one is Valentinian Gnosticism, but it is what it is. So, let's talk a little bit about this. In order to understand why we're talking about the Demiurge, we need to understand what the Demiurge is. And what the Demiurge is this is a concept that before the Demiurge, there existed only spirit. And after Sophia wanted to become like the monad, Sophia ends up creating the Demiurge in one interpretation. Now, the Demiurge then proceeds to entrap her in physical matter, accidentally on purpose, and then the Demiurge takes souls from the higher planes and causes them to reincarnate, and actually, for the first time, incarnate on the physical realm. And this is why we have the physical plane according to Gnosticism. And I want to just take a moment and just say that this is a very, 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 very oversimplified version of what is going on here. So please do your own research. I am painting in fine detail with a paint roller here. So now the intentions of the Demiurge range wildly depending on your Gnostic sect. If you are a particular kind of Gnostic that is going to believe that, oh yes, everything that the Demiurge does is evil, all physical matter is evil, then you're going to think that the Demiurge is evil because you just want to leave and get out of the physical world. If you think, no, there is some beauty in this chaotic physical world, you're probably going to have a much more positive view of the Demiurge. The main issue with this is that Gnosticism doesn't really fit the other traditional spiritual molds that we ascribe to different pantheons and the like. So usually what ends up happening is very poor attempts at syncretizing either Saturn or the Hebrew god, usually called Yod-Heh-Vav-Heh, or YHVH, into being the Demiurge. Maliciously. I'm just going to say that. Maliciously. It is often, this is the evil version. It is not the well-meaning, I want everyone to play in my sandbox style, mundane Demiurge. This is specifically aimed at the, I am an evil, lesser god who is forcing everyone to be incarnated into physical matter. You will all worship me, and I will take your praise and worship because I want to be worshipped like the big man upstairs, so to speak. Because in Gnosticism there is a highest god that is called the Father of Light, which the Demiurge is trying to steal the thunder of, so to speak. And this is where you get the evil interpretations of Gnosticism, where they're really just trying to find more reasons to hate God than they already have. It is what it is, but this is kind of done in bad, intellectual bad faith, I would say. Because usually the versions of Gnosticism that don't like the Demiurge are saying that they're some kind of evil force, but they're not necessarily intelligent. These individuals are really going whole in as to the Demiurge is trying to become this secondary god that is not positive in the slightest. Now, the other version of Gnosticism is that the Demiurge ultimately tried to do things for a good reason. However, the Demiurge is a bit of an idiot. So, physical matter exists, and physical matter existing is a good thing, but it's not as perfect as if the Father of Light had made it, or he had taken all the knowledge of Sophia, or all of the wisdom of Sophia, and used that to make it instead. He just kind of tried to make it, and it worked, but it didn't work nearly as well as it should have worked, so it's kind of it is kind of what it is. This interpretation is significantly more sympathetic to the Demiurge, because the Demiurge is just trying to make it so people can enjoy physical things, like physical matter. They're trying to make it so people can enjoy smells, touch, enjoy flavor. The various different things of why you would want a physical body if you were a spirit are the things that the Demiurge wanted people to do. Now, there is a third interpretation that is worth noting, and that is the interpretation actually in the Corpus Hermeticum, and this is the version of the Demiurge that I subscribe to. In the Corpus Hermeticum, there is a cameo by the Demiurge in page 1. Well, not page 1, it's chapter 1, but there is a cameo by the Demiurge in chapter 1 of the Corpus Hermeticum when Hermes is being explained to by the man-shepherd how things work and how the universe was created. He is explaining how the universe came to be. And effectively that story in its entirety is, subject for another video. However, the long and the short of it is that there was a Father of Light, and the Father of Light created the first souls. And he also created an architect to create nature. And nature then loved the Father of Light so much that they wanted to just wrap their arms around him entirely and unify with them. And this caused the souls to be entrenched in matter. This is why we get incarnate spirits. And the Demiurge, in this case, is just allowing the Father of Light to do what he wanted to do, and it's not really an evil force. Now, in this instance, it's important to note that the Father of Light, as it is referred, is the primary motivator here, and no malicious intent is ascribed to any party in this at all. Now, there is some negative issues here, because the spirits and the souls are encased in matter, and they are not allowed to leave until they have lived a full life, basically. But it is all done out of pure love. This is not a case of, nature is being evil and possessive. It's very much phrased as, hey, I want to embrace you. Let us embrace and let us experience this wonderful world that has been created. That is what the goal is here in this creation story. It is not evil. No one is evil. And so, in case anyone is going to wonder in the comment section, Dave, what do you personally think about the Demiurge? I personally think that the Demiurge is a kind of neutral force that isn't actually good or bad. They are actually just kind of a third-party agent, and they are just doing the job that they were given. But I am in the minority. A lot of people that you will find online talking about the Demiurge are going to be subscribed to the evil Demiurge, and they are going to be talking about how the Demiurge has caused all of their suffering, the Demiurge has caused their milk to spoil, the Demiurge has caused their crops to die, their olive trees to burn down and poisoned their water supply, when that is not what the Demiurge is supposed to be doing in a large majority of different Gnostic sects. That being said, I'm not a fan of Gnosticism for various reasons that I will probably get into at some other point. But for now, I am Dave the Amateur Magus. Hope this illuminated you on there being more than just one interpretation of the Demiurge at the very least. Hope everyone is having a good day. If you're not having a good day, hope your day gets better. Take it easy, take care. See you next time.